What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of On The Stoop with the VO Hustler. Now I know what you're thinking. What am I doing in this getup, right? I can tell you right now, I'm definitely not scared of the coronavirus. That's not what this is about right here. I can also tell you that it's not that I've been playing way too much damn Red Dead Redemption. Because it ain't that either. I mean, I play it, but it's not like that either. I'm actually wearing this in honor of today's guest, who's on the stoop. That's right. I'm wearing it because of my really, really good friend, John Harraman, the Voiceover Outlaw. That's right. He's on here, and he's going to be spitting some knowledge for y'all. And I got to tell you, John, he got it down. He knows what's up when it comes down to looking at your business, looking at your voiceover empire as a business, basically, seeing it all as a business. And he really breaks it down. So I'm not going to take up too much time because he does such a fantastic job of getting things together. I suggest you get a notebook, maybe get some paper, take some notes, because he really, really breaks it down. And I'm actually, he has such invaluable information. It's so good. And I'm so absolutely happy and proud to have him on the stoop. I know he was excited. I was excited that he wanted to collab. So enough from me. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go see Miss Kitty up in the balcony and see what she got for me. You know what I'm saying? No, but seriously, without further ado, here's my man John. Take it away, my brother.
Hey everybody, it's John Harraman, aka the Voiceover Outlaw. I want to start off by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to Rob for having me here on the stoop, and also thank those that have come before me. There's been a lot of knowledge and insight dropped, and I just hope I can add to that. So thank you to everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about starting and running your voiceover business. When talking about business, it's important to look the part. That's why I'm wearing this cardigan. Now, oftentimes, as a voice artist or voice talent, you are creative, or at least hopefully. And sometimes it can be difficult to reconcile being creative and running a business. They aren't always seen in the same light. Last week, Maria articulated it very well when she said that voiceover talents are at a very interesting intersection of art and commerce. So I took that from Maria because that was a great way to put it. What Maria said is true. And often you hear some variation of the idea that creatives are great at creating, but struggle when it comes to monetizing their work and running a profitable business. That is also true. So let's see if we can avoid that. The second you decide you want to get paid for your voiceovers, you have also decided to start a business, or at least that should be your mentality. Once that happens, you have to take stock of the resources available to you to invest in your new venture. This includes time, money, existing equipment, existing relationships, and knowledge, with time being the most valuable resource of all. You can also include things like assets that can be sold off or leveraged for debt to secure additional investment capital, but the barriers to entry for voiceover are relatively low, and that includes the amount of money needed to invest in getting started. I'm not saying it's cheap, just lower relative to other industries. In fact, if you are new to an industry and don't possess a lot of knowledge and or contacts, expect to invest more of your time than anything else up front. So let's get started. What is your number one concern when running a business? We can all say it together after 3. 1, 2, 3, cash flow. Did you say cash flow? Maybe revenue. Nice. We kind of had a connection there. It was kind of beautiful. I like that. So yes, when looking at running a successful business, the most important considerations are, as mentioned, cash flow. Then you have expenditures. These are simple investments, costs associated with running your business, things like that. I say simple investments to acknowledge that there are clear distinctions and nuances when it comes to classifying expenditures and investments. with some forms of investments being a separate line item. And then you have debt, long and short term. Debt is often incurred for investment purposes. If you are taking on debt, especially long-term debt, to pay bills, then it's time to double down on generating that cash flow. These are the basic components of a budget. As listed, they also create a rough framework for that budget. And yes, when running a business, you need to have a budget. You need to know where your money is coming from and where it's going. Now, keep in mind that in most cases, all or part of your voiceover business will be run inside your home. So the line between personal and business expenditures and assets may get blurry. There are tax implications and stuff that could benefit you, but also liability concerns as it pertains to your personal assets, so you need to stay on top of it. Furthermore, go ahead and invest the $100 or so and establish an LLC. When budgeting, you can look at different blocks of time, whether it's a year, a quarter, a month, but I'm going to look at a day. Every day you have a finite amount of time and money you can invest in your business. With your time, the number of hours vary, but ultimately there is a limit. So what should we be doing within the bookends of our day in order to run a successful VO business? The answer is high-value activities. At the top there, you have generating revenue. That goes back to the whole idea of cash flow. That is your cash flow. Then you have marketing. The idea with marketing is that it sets up opportunities to create cash flow and ultimately grow cash flow. Then there's accounting. Where's the money coming from? And again, where's it going? Oh, and are you actually receiving that money from the work you do? Then you have training and education, and then finally networking. The value of many of these activities, even the value of the individual actions you perform within these categories, is determined by the expected ROI, or return on investment. You also have to consider the time frame of these returns. So here are a few common mistakes that we all make, including yours truly, when deciding on how to allocate your time in the pursuit of these high-value activities. First is overvaluing certain activities. The example I thought of falls within the training and education, and that's interacting with VO groups online. Is there value in what you can learn from them? Absolutely. Is it more valuable than a marketing activity like reaching out to a production house? No. Then you have conflating marketing and networking, and I'm going to spend some time on this one because I think this is a trap for all of us. Now, it's true that they both can often lead to the same thing, which is booking business. And oftentimes marketing can look a lot like networking and vice versa. But there are distinctions that make them different. The main one being expected ROI is determined by the revenue generated with each activity, minus the value of time and the money you invest. With marketing, you expect a quick return on your investment of time and money. There are long-term benefits like brand equity, things like that, but in the moment, you want to see quantifiable returns quickly as a result of your marketing efforts. Networking, on the other hand, is more of a long game. The idea being that you make connections with individuals at all levels of the industry you're in and those adjacent to it. And at some point, you may be able to leverage those connections in order to generate revenue. Essentially, the payoff is down the road. An example I can think of as it relates to VO are conferences. For me, at least, VO conferences fall under training, education, and networking. I've decided that currently, conferences just aren't in the budget for my business. I've decided to use other means, such as leveraging the flexibility and relative low cost of social media for networking, and training will be done with private coaches and self-taught. I view those activities as being more efficient and a better investment of my resources presently. We could discuss many more considerations and also go even more in depth with what's been covered. But there are classes and entire courses dedicated to starting and running a business. And as mentioned, time is a finite resource, and my time on here has come to an end. I do want to leave you with this, though. When running your voiceover business, Always assume there will be a tomorrow, a next week, a month, a next year. And always assume that there will be opportunities waiting for you, ones that are generated by you and ones that just happen organically. So, do what you need to do day after day to not only create any opportunities that you can, but also to do what needs to be done to prepare and position yourself to take full advantage of opportunities, no matter how they come about. All right, I hope everybody is still awake. I want to thank you again, Rob, and to everyone out there. Keep your head down and your hopes up. All right, take care.